most of you inhabit a living space. So outside your living space, you may have a yard, you may have a street, you may have a hill. So what I want you to do, if you can, is take this outside or in your garage so you can go back and forth from what we're going to do is called like a floor exercise into our running exercise. So the floor exercises and that stuff is going to be minimal compared to what we do on the running side. So you're gonna need, I'm actually not gonna use the full track. I'm just gonna use about half of that today. So I have about 50 meters. You don't need like a whole track. You need like about 50 meters. So a lot of times that's just kind of like down to the end of the street and back. If you don't have that much space, the other thing you can do is use your stairs. And let's call 3 trips up and down your stairs 50 meters, right? If you have stairs. If you don't have stairs, you can substitute other exercises. Let's say squat jumps, mountain climbers, and star jumps, right? So when we do that track exercise, you've got to do one of those things, right? Star jumps, squat jumps, or mountain climbers. Other than that, 3 trips up your stairs, 3 trips up and down your stairs is equal to what we're doing. Star jumps, mountain climbers, or squat jumps for the time we go, and that should be it. Or run down and back your street. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jog forward and backwards to the fence. There's a gate in the fence is where I'm gonna go. So that's gonna be my warm-up. I'm gonna do that twice first, and then I'm gonna go sideways. I'll show you, but for this first part, jog in place or run down your street, run backwards back, right? That's our first move, right? Let's just boom. We're gonna do it again. Just go arm crosses. We're gonna do about 20 of them. Keep them high. Good. Now we're gonna side shuffle down, side shuffle back the other way. All right, you can bounce on this one if you want. We're gonna do it again. We'll do it again, but what I want you to pay attention to is not let your foot turn in the direction you're traveling. So if I'm going that way, I don't want my foot to turn out that way. I want to keep it this way and pick up my foot and step down. All right, back and forth. Let's go arm circles. About 15 a direction. Switch directions. All right, we're gonna skip down and back. All right, so I'm gonna go backwards first, forwards back. All right, so I'm gonna get my skipping pattern. Don't explode here, just kind of skip back and forth. I'm solo. One more time. If you don't have space, you can do this like this, right? Or a couple back, a couple forward. Yeah. Let's go. Rotations. All right, rotations. All right, so I'm just gonna boom. Five more each way. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. First one, we've got Spider-Man push-ups, 5 a side, and then we're gonna shuffle back. So we're gonna kind of like shuffle back and then run back. Easy one. We're gonna do 3 rounds of it, right? Up to you to increase that speed by about 3% every round, right? So even by the last round we do, you're not like close to full speed, right? So let me get here so you can see me. So 10 total push-ups, 5 a side right now, right? those of you guys at home, right, your choice. You got those 3 trips up the steps. You have squat jumps, star jumps, or alternate or mountain climbers until we're done, or you can run down the street and back. Same pattern, right? We're gonna stay low, backwards. All right, another one. All right, when you're ready, you got another one. Now, when you go backwards, the idea is to pick up your foot and reach a little bit. All right, pick up your foot, reach a little bit. All right, Spider-Man's again. All right, 3% increase. Good. Another one. Ten Spider-Mans. All right, last one of these. A little quicker here. All right, break, drink if you want it. I'm gonna move this a little bit. Yeah. All right. So these next ones, same concept, regardless of what you've chosen for your adaptability, your option. If you chose chairs, cool. If you chose squat jumps, mountain climbers, or star jumps, cool. And if you chose to run your street, awesome. All right, so the idea here is there's not gonna be a floor exercise, right? It's just gonna be us running, right? And so we're gonna do 5 of these, right? You're gonna do 5 of these. You're gonna break up the distance you run into kind of 5 zones, right? So if I'm running 50 meters, my zones are 10 meters long, right? And now every 10 meters, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of speed. Now, by the end of it, we're gonna let's look at the intensity as this. 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%. So by the end of your run, you're only going about 70% speed right now, right? The first couple, let's understand that, and then we'll move up just a little bit from that, right? So you're gonna go 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, right, through the line. Then we're just gonna walk back to start, do it again. Through the line, walk back to start. And then we might increase it, up to you, if you wanna increase it to 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, or to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, right? Concurrently. So this, if we do this right, should give you a little bit of a burn, a little bit in here. So anyway, think about it this way. Again, 30% effort. So it's really like a very slow jog. Then it's pick that jog up. Then it's half speed. Then it's, faster than a jog. And then it's like a run, but a slow run, right? So through all of that. So let's try that right now. These should not be challenging at all, right? Like the first few. Got it? Awesome. See how just at the tail end there was what constitutes a run. Other than that, no. All right, so do that same thing this time. That's 2. Now if you want to pick it up a little bit, you can pick it up a little bit. It's 3, right? So by the time, pay attention to the camera, by the time I get back there and start running, you should be starting doing your squat jumps or star jumps or alternating mountain climbers. Same thing, by the time I get back there, you should start on your stairs again. So the stairs is gonna be hard because it's 3 trips. So unless you have really, really short stairs, you're probably not gonna be recovered very well, right? So that's gonna be our harder position right now, right? So for 3, we have 2 left of these. One left. All right, so now we got a little break. You should not, if you're doing the running stuff, you should not feel like crazy tired, right? You should feel pretty warmed up. And now what I want you to do, if I'm going 50 meters, and this whole thing we just did, 5 rounds of 30% effort, 40% effort, 50%, 60, 70%, right? Through the 50 meters. So take 50 meters every 10 meters, increase your effort about 10%. So even by the end, you're not going full speed, even close to it. So right now you should feel warm. So what I want you to do right now, take another couple minutes and really loosen up things you feel are tight. Maybe it's your hamstrings, maybe it's your quads, hip flexors, calves, whatever it is. We're gonna take a couple minutes on your own, and I'm going to stretch my quads and my calves right now. So I'm gonna open that up just a little bit, boom, and then close it, because I want to get a little bit more mobility right now, because we're gonna up the intensity of this stuff. Yeah, so nothing today is going to be 100% effort, so we're not gonna do any full on as fast as you can sprints. What we're gonna do is get close to that, right? I don't want you to feel like you can't do any more. That is the key here. The other key is I don't want you to do too much, right? I don't want you to do too much, because too much is also a bad thing, especially when you're going close to max effort intensity, right? Too much is a bad thing, right? Too intense is a bad thing until you got a race day, right? You shouldn't pull anything. I don't want to say you shouldn't pull anything on training days, but the idea is to train to get better, right? Not to train to test your limits, right? Anyway, I'm gonna get my calves and then we'll go. Windy. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm going to basically skip that entire way. If you want to, again, like we did here, if you don't have room, you can skip in place, but the idea is to get it just a little bit higher than you were doing in our little warm-up skip. Got it? So we're gonna do this 3 times. All right, so we skip, walk back, skip, walk back. 10 drop squats, walk back, sorry. Floor exercise here, okay? 10 drop squats. And drop squats. Ten drop squats. All right, so now got a little break, then we're gonna do a run one again. So we're gonna couple our hand to opposite foot drill, so that push-up position, boom, boom. We'll do 10 aside, and then we'll go back, and we'll do a full-on 60-70% run through, right? And that's how that one will go. All right. So I assume, since I gave a little late notice, those of you guys doing this live may not have the opportunity to get outside or go to a track or go to a park or anything like that. That's okay. All right, that's okay. All right, I gave you those options. You got your stairs, you got your in place, you've got your alternate exercises. All right, so here we go. So we've got hand to opposite foot, and then like a 60 to 70% run through. find your spot, and then we go. Ten, Hanta, foot. Okay, we got one more of those. All right, so this next one, 3 solo. All right, so you have no floor exercise. Right. We're gonna do that little build that we did, like the 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We're gonna do a little build like that, but we're gonna cut it into 3. Now we're gonna go 60, 70, 80. Right? To make it easy, 60, 70, 80. So we start just like we did that one, just like we did the last one. So that's where you start, and you continue to add speed every third of the way. All right, so you go 60, 70, 80, or maybe 65, 75, 85%, right, effort. All right, slow walk back, do it again. We do it twice, and then we have a little bonus thing up on the, what are those called? Bleachers, right? So 60, 70, 80, or 65, 75, 85. Do not get to 90, right? Don't get to 90 today. No, there's no reason to do that, right? So 65, 75, 85 is your top, right? Cut it into 3. There's one. There's 1 out of 3. Two. Three. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to that bench, to those bleachers. And we're gonna do a little baby drill on the bleachers, and then that's gonna be it for today. All right, so the problem with when people do this stuff is that, one, they don't really know when to stop in terms of volume, right? And they end up either going way too low or way too high, right? So here's what we're gonna do. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So you see the steps, right? All we're gonna do Those of you guys with stairs in your house, awesome, right? But all we're gonna do here is we're gonna hop the steps, and we're gonna do 3 sets. Now, with that hop in the step, right, up to you how many you hop at a time, right? So the first round, I might hop 1 step at a time. I might go little bunny hops. The second round, I might go 2 at a time. Third round, maybe 3, maybe I'll stick to 2, right? So I'm gonna do my steps, hop, hop, hop. I'm gonna come back down, I'm gonna walk back down. When I'm ready again, I'm gonna do them again, right? So we got 3 rounds of this. Very, very simple drill. I'm gonna do 1 at a time. All right, so there's 40. I'm gonna do every other step now. All right, every other step now. So some of you guys, you'll see people when they do sort of jumping exercises, they'll always end up in a squat. And now, if we're working on jumping and the ability to jump, you don't always want to start in a squat, right? Because in reality, when you jump for maximum effort or maximum height, you're not going to start in a squat. If you're trying to jump quick, you're not going to go all the way down to a squat and come back up. So I'll show you, hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So people will end up jumping and they'll do this. They'll go. Some things have reasoning to them, some have different reasons. So when you go into a squat like that, every time you jump, what you're trying to do is engage the glutes more in your jump, right? It doesn't necessarily equate to jumping higher or jumping quicker or faster, right? So just kind of take that into account. A lot of times we need to be quick, and that means you don't get to go into that squat. So you need to be able to jump without getting low into that squat as well, especially for athletic performance. If you're just working out, sure, do your squats every time you want to squat jump, right? There's a time and place for squat jumps. There's a time and place for understanding that squat jumps are not the thing that's going to make you quicker or better at that thing that you're looking for, right? So I did every other one. So now I'm going to try to skip 3, right? And this one I may have to slow down a little bit. No, skip 2, sorry. Right, so I go here. Skip 2. Now, so that's it. Now what you can do, take a lap, take a slow, like a little walk around your neighborhood, and then cool down with your stretches. You're gonna wanna get, you're gonna wanna get the quads. You're gonna wanna get hamstrings, and you're gonna wanna stretch the glutes. So, here, open that up. All right, same thing here. Hip flexors, right? Squeeze those toes, open up, right? And then hamstrings as well. I'm just gonna try one for fun. Try to skip 3 steps. And just see what that's like. One trip. Thanks for playing this one.